Welcome back. We've been a little, just busy.
And now we're back.
Crazy schedules happened, and it was like every weekend we'd be like, how about this weekend? How about this weekend? How about this weekend? How about this weekend? And somebody always had something going on. A lot of times it was me. Archery season is in full swing, and
then I got pink eye for a month.
Oh yeah.
So we couldn't
almost forgot about pink eye. I almost forgot about that.
I will never forget.
No, I'd say not, because it lasted forever. Joys of children, right?
But we are back, and while we were away, we have been knitting. We have gone on a couple of adventures, and so we are back to show you what we're working on currently. It is most definitely not going to be a total recap of the entire time we were gone. I couldn't even find some of the things that I have finished.
Most things I made.
I would say if you want to see what I made, look at my Ravelry.
I would like to say that, but we all know that that's not going to be the case.
Use your imagination. I don't think I shared
I did make a crochet blanket though, because like in the last one we talked about, I think it was the last one.
You were going to make one.
I was going to make one.
And she did.
And I did. An entire blanket.
Mm-hmm. Quickly. No surprise.
It took about a month. A little over a month.
A whole blanket though. I mean,
it took about a month.
Yeah, but I'm saying a whole blanket in a month.
Yes, that wasn't too shabby.
I wonder, do you know what kind of yardage that was? I'd be curious, like...
It was that pack from...
Wool Warehouse.
Yeah. And
I'm
gonna have
24.
Some left, but not... I ran out of the last color.
It'd be fun to do the math.
And I did not do a border. I decided I didn't need one.
It looked great without it.
Yeah, it looks great.
Do you think
Mom loves it.
Do you think you'll ever crochet another one? Like, did you enjoy?
I did, and I have another pack.
So yes.
So yes, I will.
We love it.
And that one goes to Eliza. So I just have to start it.
Yes.
Funsies.
That's a good fall and winter project though.
It does
want
get
to be
pretty
covered
heavy.
up in in the winter. So.
And it gets there pretty quickly too.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yes.
But it was kind of fun because every couple rows you were switching yarn.
Yeah.
So the weaving in of the ends, and I probably could have figured out how to do it along. Yes. But I didn't. I just went with it. And
I started Noah's last winter, and I won't pick it up again until late fall.
Yeah, I owe Eliza a blanket. I need to get on that.
You did finish Darcy's blanket.
Darcy's crochet blanket got finished. Hers at least was done in, they were like 17 by 17 granny squares. And then I sewed them all together and put a border on them. So yes, hers got finished. Mm-hmm. So the two oldest ones are now asking for a second blanket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't have a second one until I finish with everybody's first one.
You girls better get hooking is what I'm thinking.
Right.
I'll get you the loom. They can make themselves some squares.
Yeah.
We'll get them in on those, the gateway hobbies.
It was funny this weekend. I had to get a sock in the heel finish on a sock because everything that I took with me required me to look at a pattern. Mm-hmm. And Darcy, she's the 3-year-old. She kept going, "Can I help you knit? Can I help you knit?" And I'm like, "Can I finish this heel and then you can help me knit?" So she's patiently waited for my heel. And then she wraps the yarn around the needle for me so I can make the loops. And she was so excited because she told her mommy she did 6 stitches.
Oh, very nice.
So.
Very nice.
She will be my knitter, I think.
She's the baker.
She is the baker too, yes. Yeah, she'll be more apt to be the homemaking skill kind of person, the crafty. Yeah.
I mean, it's not unusual to want to be all the things because you bake, you knit, you sew, you do all the things.
Yeah. She likes to do them with
And
me.
you finished your anthology throw.
I did. That was the knit that I couldn't find. No idea.
You just finished it.
Oh, you know where I think it is? I think I took it downstairs
to block it.
To block it. I took it downstairs to soak it and then block it. But until I can figure out how to block it on the ceiling, it's going to have to wait because my children are hellcats. And there's... If y'all knew. If you only knew. So I didn't dare put it on the floor.
That was a lot of yarn, a lot of...
Oh,
Either that or you have to figure out how to lock a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can. Unfortunately, Emmett has figured out how to unlock that very same door.
Ugh.
But anyway, I'll get it figured out. I did take a picture, and I did actually, I think, share that on my Instagram maybe. If I didn't, I did at least take a picture. Okay. So, I'll try to include that, and it's unblocked, but
It's gorgeous.
you get the idea. But I do love it. It turned out amazing, and that is a very fun pattern to knit.
I'm gonna be knitting a second one.
Yeah. I mean, I swore up and down I would never knit a blanket. I thought that was, I'd crochet one for sure, but the idea of knitting one and how much time that took. But it was worth it, and every stitch was super fun.
Nice.
Really enjoyed it.
Now, did you follow the pattern, or did you just go till you ran out of yarn to switch colors?
I went until I ran out of yarn.
Okay, good.
That was the nice thing about waiting a year after it'd come out to knit it, was that seemed to be the consensus.
Yeah.
So, and it worked out pretty well, actually. Once I got to the end rounds, it lined up really well. Good. So, yeah. Good. Super enjoyed that pattern. Could absolutely see myself knitting another one.
I plan on it. I love it.
So I guess speaking of finished objects,
I have none with me.
You have none with you. That's
I have 1.5 finished object.
Okay.
So it's not anything super exciting. Everything that I've knit has been gifted or is somewhere else. But I needed to make a baby hat for my coworker, and I knit the DK aviator hat. It's by Gabrielle Dansknit. Sorry if I butchered her name. I'm very sorry. But it was just, it took no time at all. And so this yarn, I'll have to look for it. I don't remember it. I don't know where the ball band is. But it's the same thing I knit her Gramps sweater out of for her little boy that's going to be coming into the world sometime this month. But I used the same buttons, so I thought that looked cute.
It's so stinking
little
cute.
aviator hat, because it's so cute.
Those are the perfect buttons, and I think they look great against that blue yarn.
I like them with the blue, because there's like a hint of a heather in that. Just I don't know. I just thought it looked great. And then I also have a Coffee Talk sock by Tracy Miller. And I believe this is out of Lola Bean. I got it out of a D-stash from one of these two ladies. I think it's called Zombie Express. Because I remember being like, oh, it's zombies.
That's cute.
But it turned out super cute. And I really like it. I like the little orange. It came with the little orange mini.
Mm-hmm.
And it has little orange flecks in there.
I like how it stripes on the toe.
I know. That was a different kind. That's in the pattern. So I did the toe to pattern. I'm a fan. It's super cute. So I've got another one. I'm only on the ribbing on it, so I have one done. But that's it.
Are they for you?
No, I think I knit them in my sister's size, I think. I don't know. I don't know what size they are. I may have to have you try them on. She wears a 7, 7.5, something like that. 7.5, I think.
I have some sock blockers too. Oh.
I have a sock blocker.
A sock blocker. Okay.
I just brought the one. I got those for Christmas.
Oh,
you need sock blockers. You've been crazy, girl.
Need them. Yeah. So, if you guys have seen a previous episode, you'll know that I am not afraid of having a million whips. So I usually don't have finished objects, but every now and then, out of nowhere, they kind of
all happen at once.
All finish at the same time. So one day in the group chat, I was like, hey, here's a pair. Hey, here's a pair. Hey, here's a pair.
Oh my gosh. Good Lord.
So, all right, let's see what we got. These are hedgehog fibers. I'll have to look up the color and put it below. And then this was an orange mini that I had. These are a pattern that I just did on the fly, but they look a lot like the blueberry waffles. So if you wanted something similar, I would do that.
Did you stripe your cuff? Because that's really cute.
So I was going to say, funny story. When I saw your sock, I couldn't believe it because I striped in the orange at the top.
That's really cute.
I was like, oh, that's really cute.
And then on these, I was knitting them on 9-inch circulars, so I did Afterthought heel. And that's always fun. Like, cutting your knitting is terrifying, but there's something pretty magical about, like, making that heel appear. So that's one pair.
Look at us both doing stuff with orange bits in it.
I know. And orange is not, oh, that's where that stitch marker went. Orange is not my jam, even though I went to Oklahoma State for college, and orange is their jam.
It's becoming mine, and I don't know why. Like, I just am drawn to it. I bought an orangish purse. It's kind of like an orangey color.
I'm trying to come around to it because I did one of those color palette things where you look at your skin and your hair color and your eye color and colors that would suit you well. And mine comes back a deep autumn, so orange should be a color that I wear. I just usually don't. Okay.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. But it is starting to creep in more. I've been keeping my eye out for good looking oranges. I should check out Gigi Made It. She's pretty well informed on the orange scene. This is a pair of vanilla socks that I knit on 9-inch circulars, did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. This is Arkansas Yarn Company. This is from their Sock Society. It was March of last year, I think. It was You Make My Heart Flutter. So I know it was one of their springs. I think it was March. And I got their sock club on their Yummy Base, which is a 80-20 blend, which I like a lot. The 75-25 is nice, but that 80-20 is just that little bit softer. So anyway, those flew off the needle. 9-inch circulars were really having a moment with me. Like,
I did get the little kit, the Chai-Gu kit, to make the 9-inch circulars.
The shorty kits?
Did I get that one? Yes.
Do you the blue or the yellow?
I got the blue and a red.
Okay. So
So
you probably have them then.
I need to get one of those.
I have one of mine with me.
I didn't
right now.
Only to
need
try.
get one of those.
Because I want to test
learn.
out the theory of, do I want to knit 9-inch with 9-inch circulars?
I think I have my blue set with me because it's on a sleeve right now.
It took me a couple of
I needed a size 9, but I didn't have one.
It took me a couple of pairs to enjoy it, and I still don't like it all the time. Sometimes it bothers my hands, sometimes it doesn't. But when I knit with them, I am so much faster. Not that you need any more speed in your life, but it made me knit a lot faster. I guess just literally from not having to keep tensioning your yarn. Yeah, and you're just like...
Because you don't have to shove the needle back in.
And if you don't pay attention, like, you can accidentally overshoot your heel and your toe, which is crazy to say to me. So anyway, really enjoyed the 9-inch circulars. I like the Chao-Gu's 9-inch, but I really like the Haya 9-inch.
I have a Haya 9-inch.
Not the sharp.
Oh my!
Just, whew, you got Teflon tips. I
use my thumb now.
Oh.
I have a callus or have poked
from
my finger so many times, so now I just have a spot that it always hits.
I either use that or
your fingernail.
So if you've got your fakes on,
I could really be clicking along then.
Yeah, man.
Well, mine are not sharps, but I really like them. Even their non-sharps are still pointier, for sure pointier than my Addies, and possibly pointier than my Chow Goose. So that was another pair I finished. Didn't I have 3 pair? Maybe not. Oh, I thought that I was going to finish the shop sample, and I didn't finish it because...
You finished like a blue pair.
Well, it was a hoe. Oh, did I?
I thought so, like blue heels.
Oh, those were my husband's. So I finished a pair in Ba Yarns, the blue, green, brown.
No,
A different
it was
pair?
like a speckledy blue.
Yeah, it was the workshop, or it was the shop sample. And
I thought you finished both of those.
I didn't because I ran out of yarn.
Yep.
So now I have to...
Okay, you're
Now-
right.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I can do the toe, but it's gonna have like extra purple.
Oh well, life goes on.
Oh well. Okay. Well, the lighting may have changed a little bit.
Sorry.
You be aight. Okay. This is a hoe. It was going to be a finished object. This is in my yarn. This is Hack Yarn Company. This is the Young and Minna sock set. And what happened was I knit the sample up in a 50-gram sock set and then forgot that is what I had done. And so I did the cuff as well in the main color. And I should not have done that because it was a 50-gram. If I would have just knit heels, toes, and cuffs completely in the purple, I would have had enough yarn. I think I also did a 70-row leg because I was really enjoying it. So basically at every opportunity I chose wrong. But if I wouldn't have done those things, I would have had enough yarn. Anyway, this is the Young and Minna sock set. It is really cute.
It's pretty.
I do say so myself. I don't know how well it's going to show because it's a lot of blues and acid greens, moss greens, purples, and green just never shows up like it should. There's a couple little tiny flecks of hot pink in there as well. But love it. And then the sock pattern is one that I just did myself because I really like the way that speckled yarns look in reverse stockinette. So that's what that is. It's just a 16-stitch panel of purling all the way down. And that is a, let me see, heel flap and gusset with a 3-stitch garter edge because I personally find it easier to pick up my gusset from garter edge. So that is what I did for those, and then a round toe. So
Very cute.
yeah.
I like the colors.
I could have just dyed more, of course, or maybe dyed a mini in the main color, but I only need 1 sock for a sample, so I figured I would just
Make it work.
There you go.
knit
Got
the
it.
other one extra purple. No harm done.
Make it work.
All right, so that was my hoe.
Not too shabby.
No, not too shabby. So, you want to do whips?
One at a time, or you can do all of them at once.
That's
Go ahead
up
and
to
do
you.
yours.
Okay. This is
And then we can do our matching with
the Simon shawl. It's by Joanna Harriet.
That's so pretty.
And I'm
love the
using Pearl Soho's linen quill in kettle black and green. And I'm not quite halfway through it yet. And it's already...
Really?
Yeah, no.
It's
Oh my
gonna
goodness.
It's gonna be-
seriously
I've
huge.
heard it's very, very massive. And yes, it's going to be, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sad about it.
No, I'm very excited that it's going to be
beautiful.
massive.
I love those colors.
So, yeah. No, I'm just now on the straight knitting section, and you do 45 sections of 4 rows.
Okay.
And I'm only like on the 3rd one.
But without having to worry about increases or decreases.
Yeah,
so it's
no,
just the color work.
Yeah, just color work.
That
right
color
now.
work is the same
It's-
pattern throughout.
Yeah, and it's just mosaic.
Okay.
It's easy
Love
peasy.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes it nice.
Easy peasy. So anyway, this is like I can knit this and talk to people
Mm-hmm.
kind of pattern right now.
And then what you
Perfect.
took for we were in the path of the eclipse, the total solar
I did.
eclipse in the U.S. And that was what you knit on,
Yep,
right?
yep. We have a house on a lake up near Columbus, Indiana, and it was smack dab in the middle of totality. So
Perfect.
It's great.
And it's kind of eclipsy looking because it's got the
Yeah.
little...
Okay, let's see. My vanilla sweater, which you've seen before
in your fat squirrel bag.
in my fat squirrel bag, is I'm on a sleeve. I am on a sleeve.
That is beautiful.
So this yarn is
Oh, cute little.
Rama Garn Finull, Finull. The color is number 10. It's a blue-gray.
Yeah, it's definitely blue-gray.
Yeah.
Those are really cute too. The little foxes.
Yeah.
They're so
Something in
cute.
Pine. What's the name of that company?
Wool.
Is it Wool and Pine that makes
I don't know.
these? I don't know.
For some reason, that's what I think.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
All right, let's see. Number 3.
I could be crazy.
Everything's big, which is why I have all whips, because everything's big at the
What
present
bag
moment.
is that?
This, I have no idea. I got it for Christmas from a cousin. It has my initial on it. I think it's supposed to be like a makeup bag.
Oh yeah.
But I absolutely
It's
love
so
it.
cute. I
So,
love it.
yeah. This is the Forest Path Hap.
Oh, I forgot you were doing.
Yeah.
What's a hap?
Hap shawl.
A hap
Like,
shawl.
Which is normally, normally haps are square or circular. And this
Okay.
is
Where
a
are they
half
from? Like it.
hap. The Shetland Isles.
Yeah, that's what I
in
thought.
that area. Okay.
So,
So, it's
Penny's doing a hap.
Penny
along.
is doing a hap along, and then also the Woolly Thistle, which is where I bought my kid from, is doing a shawl knit along. So I'm participating in
Perfect.
both.
That's so
And
pretty.
it is also Rama Garn Finull
We
in
need,
a green.
we need to finagle a sponsorship.
I know, right? At least she does.
It's in a green. So I am,
That's gorgeous.
I think I have like 2 more sections left of the inside before I actually start the leaf border. But it's really pretty.
Yeah, the texture.
The
like
pattern
the
is
colors.
by Patricia and Fortune. And I'm on size 8 needle.
Is it a charted pattern?
Yeah. No, it's written. So
Ah.
now I think that the leaves are going to be charted, but the pattern itself is really simple because it's moss stitch or just knitting,
Okay.
and then there's some increases. There's like 4 increases per every other row. So it's not too bad.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And then my favorite whip. The one that is getting all the attention and nothing else is getting any.
As it should.
Oh my goodness,
This
it's
is-
even prettier in
I know.
person.
The
gotta touch
Alpine Bloom.
God, I'm dying.
And you gotta touch it because this yarn is to die for, both of them.
I know, right?
The blue, the main color, is fiber seed in their natural sock, which is 100% merino.
my
There's no superwash in it at all. And it is luscious.
It is.
See if I can pull that down.
And then the colored yarn is from Red Hill Fiber. They're artfully twisted yarn in the color Purple Turtle.
Yes.
So
And they just opened a brick and mortar.
They
Yes,
did.
Yeah,
They
not
did.
far from us.
We
did.
should feel.
so now I have a
Totes.
slight of
should
an
fart.
LIS.
I have what is
She's so we should
Fiber acquisition road trip.
I have a little bit of an issue with the color because of the way it was spun up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to go from pink to purple to pink again. And I wanted it to go all the way. So
Yeah.
I have actually broken up the skein. I'm almost finished with my purple. Then I have this like purple and gray bit, and then I'll go straight into the gray. We'll finish
That
the color
will be
work.
beautiful.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The way that the long runs of color in it.
It's,
And y'all, I'm so sorry that you can't feel this
It
because
is
that is
so
like
soft.
yeah. I mean, both of these yarns both of them are just
This one is
that
lush.
one. The Red Hill fiber is very loosely spun,
Yes.
so it is so lofty.
It's got that cloud feeling
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, and
that
that
is just
merino,
nice.
I mean, it
It's
definitely needs to be hand washed because there's no superwash in it at all. But I will get another sweater quantity from her.
So the
She's
thing
gonna
is,
be at Kentucky Sheep and Wool.
that is dangerously non-superwash because if you did not tell me so,
You would
I
think
would
it
not
would be.
know.
I know.
that.
It's
Now,
so
thin,
soft.
like you could really mess up and put that in a
Like
machine.
I like this kind of yarn the way it's spun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like how it's all
and it's not a solid
that nice
navy.
tight 2-ply.
Yeah. But it's not a solid navy. You can
No.
see
No,
some,
it's got some
color in
Kettle
it.
to it.
Yeah, and the color is navy, but I mean, it's got some depth to
It's
it.
got
Those
and
two
everything.
colors together too, I think, are absolutely
They pop.
fabulous.
So anyway,
perfect
this
for
is-
the sweater.
I can't knit on it while we're podcasting because I really have to watch the chart.
She's
So-
sacrificing for you guys.
So, but it like sits at the house, and as long as my grandchildren are not there, this is what I'm knitting on. I have listened to more audiobooks
Oh,
since
yeah.
I started this because I can't even read a book
No.
while
Right.
knitting.
because it's too hard.
Yeah,
Too much
but
attention.
it is, and I think my floats look good. I mean,
Yeah, they do.
They just
Yeah,
look
yeah.
so good. I am just so thrilled with the way this is turning
It's
out.
beautiful.
Yes.
I cannot wait to have this finished. And this is definitely a spring summer top.
Yeah.
So
Does it have long sleeves or
Especially-
short sleeves?
the sleeves go to about here.
Oh, perfect.
And when you get to the sleeves, you will knit them separately, and you have lace work and stuff, and then you Kitchener them to the top of this
Oh,
where
that's
you've
right.
broken
Oh,
your
okay.
sleeve. So there'll be a little bit of extra work there, but they're going to be the solid blue.
That'll be really pretty.
And I have 2 skeins of this pink yarn, and I have
Oh my.
5 skeins of the navy, and I am still on the
Oh
first
my.
skein. I'm not sure I'll get much past the beginning of the second skein for my size.
Oh, darn.
I'm knitting a 4.
Right.
Shucks.
So it's
Leftovers.
just
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
yeah. So I'm thinking I need to get another different color, and then I could do some kind of
Yeah.
2-color project with her yarn. Fiber Seed. Totally
Fiber
recommend
Seed.
her yarn.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that is my 4. Whoops.
Very
Fabulous.
nice. I'm working on the second Coffee Talk sock. It's not very exciting. It's just in the ribbing phase. So, again, not exciting. I am working. I decided this one also needed to be further along in the ribbing phase. And it is the Eclipse yarn that Brenda, and Heather Yarns did. I don't know if it's Yarns or Brenda and Heather Yarns, but that's what it stands for.
Just so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
They had a trunk show in Louisville at another place we haven't gone yet. Fiber Supply Company.
Yeah,
or
all of a
something?
sudden yarn shops are
My
popping
aunt
up.
likes that place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to
so-
go there to buy some fabric. to
They
sew
did
with.
a
And
special.
yarn shops been popping up like daisies
I
around us
know.
now.
Yay! They did a
Oh, no.
special
I'm
Eclipse
devastated.
colorway. So it. And
Perfect.
they went somewhere to be in the path to totality, but I don't think they were far from it. I don't think. On Instagram they talked about it, so it'll kind of fade like the
Aren't they in
Eclipse does.
Ohio? Normally?
I think so.
So they would have been, Cleveland was
But
massively in the
I
map
wanna
of
say
totality.
something-
Dayton was
Yeah.
totality. I saw them on
And it came with a cute little thing that a little Eclipse laser engraved
Oh, cute.
thing that has
Progress
the date on
Keeper.
it. Progress. That's the thing it's called.
Got you, homie.
It's been a long day at work.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's super cute and their yarn is fabulous.
Yes.
Especially if you love some self-striping yarn. 100% suggest.
Is that their their 75-25 superwash
This one's an 80-20.
80? Oh, even better.
Yeah, Donna said she
You know
wasn't
what?
gonna.
Phase. Hello darkness, my old friend.
Yeah. Donna wasn't gonna buy anything at that open house for that yarn shop, and then she showed me. She goes, "I bought this," and it was a skein of her yarn.
I'm not surprised. We were doing something that day.
Yeah, we couldn't go. You were in Bernheim Forest for a meet. That's why
Yep,
we couldn't go
I had
because
to
you
go to
weren't going to
Bernheim.
get home till like right before we.
Yep.
We would have to. We might have had 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wouldn't
the
have
shop.
worked
It
out,
wouldn't have been
unfortunately. And then Tasha and I have a whip.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It's my next cast on.
Yours is in a fat squirrel bag. I
Oh,
need to-
yes, mine is in a fat squirrel bag. This is a Silver Shed Studios bag. It's probably one of my favorites just because it's
Star
the
Wars.
right size and Star Wars.
Mine is in a Fringe Supply town bag. Rest in peace. You know what? Actually, they sell the sewing pattern through Grainline Studios, and I bought it. I just haven't had the courage to do it. But it's where I keep all my little pins, like my little RBG pin, my Suburban Stitcher, my Stitch.
Love it.
So that's their destination. All right, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
So this is the look at my holes by James N. Watts.
I love it.
So when the pattern first came out, I was like, I'll not be knitting that. I'm not going to knit a crop.
It's a no for me, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knit a crop pulley sweater. That just does not look good.
Right.
So then we go to...
There wasn't any kind of fishnet hole.
Right. That
hole
just
in my
didn't
wardrobe.
seem to be like something that would look cute on me.
At the mini meetup,
So at the mini meetup...
Joyce.
Gosh, she's so adorable. But the gals from the 3-Play podcast all knit it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so flippin' cute on all of them that I was like, dang it, that's really cute. I didn't think, well, yeah, just lengthen it, and make it the way you would want it to. You don't have to knit it short. Yes, but the thought never crossed my mind when I, like when you're like just scrolling for new patterns and you see something, you're like, nope. Ooh, I like that. Nope. It was a
hell no.
It was a no. But let me say this has been a delightful knit after I figured out how to do the lace pattern because I didn't watch the video or anything.
Fun.
It's addicting. Like you get into the rhythm of the repeat and you're just like, oh, well, if I get done, then I'm on this row. Oh, after I finish this, then it's a rest row. And then you're like, oh, well, that's a whole nother repeat down. Yep. It's just potato chipping.
So it's knit on, I think I did mine on maybe a 7 or an 8.
Mine's on 9s.
I did mine on an 8, and I'm knitting mine out of 2 strands of Hack Yarn Co. fingering weight held together because it's knit with DK weight yarn. So I am knitting the size 5, and because mine is knit on my sock yarn base, I'll be able to just block it so within an inch of its life. But yeah, this is the In the Pines colorway, and it's super soft, and I was loving it. And then Lindsay cast on her hot pink one, and now mine's trash because that's cute.
It's not trash. It's so pretty.
But
that pink is something else, isn't it?
This is linen quill
in the rhubarb colorway.
Rhubarb pink. I just had to look because I actually found the ball band.
Yep.
Yay!
So this is obviously not blocked. It'll grow because I wanted it a little bit, probably about right here, to wear with a skirt, I think. But I'm knitting the 4th size, I believe, and I figure I'll get a little bit of growth out of the blocking. But I am on a sleeve, and I got this little sleeve to go and the collar, and I did 7 extra repeats in the body to get to a length that I liked. And I'm doing the sleeves to pattern. I didn't want to add extra length to the sleeves, so.
That is just so cute. I can't even stand it.
I bound off the bottom yesterday evening. And I was like, yes! I wanted to get one sleeve done, but meh.
I mean, it is.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, in that weight and at that gauge, it does go.
It just
quickly
flies.
And it's enjoyable to knit.
I think I'm gonna knit mine out of my red hempathy.
I think that would be really pretty. I think it'd be pretty with linen pants and like a black
which
tank
is
top
pretty
under
much
it.
my summer wardrobe.
Yep.
Old Navy had a $12 sale on linen pants. So
and I bought them and got them and tried them on and had to return them all.
No.
Because I bought a size too large.
They are, I I got a large. I was going to get an extra large.
I bought all extra large.
See,
and
that's
then
what I was going to do.
returned
So I was
them.
like, ooh, I want them breezy, but I didn't. I ended up getting the
The
large.
large are plenty
The
breezy.
large fit.
Yeah, I got the
The
larges.
large, I got the large in them. I have a black pair and a green pair. And I'm like, not going to take long for me.
Yeah. Only because they have no drawstring, too.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
just-
what you get's what you get.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't throw fit.
So I bought a black
Hold on
and a
tight.
green, and then I bought a pair of the Pointilla. They're like
Mhm.
a canvas or a duck fabric. I bought a pair of those in black too. So, but I already had like 3 pair of linen pants.
I love them. They're comfortable.
I just need a linen skirt.
Especially now that I'm having power surges. All linen, all the time.
Right.
It tends to be my summer wardrobe.
Yeah.
The little crinkle gauze skirts that they had. I have the blue and the black one.
Those were cute.
Maximum AC.
Those were cute. Do you have any other whips?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not.
I have
The one you're knitting on.
the one I'm knitting on.
Yeah.
This is the Autumn League. Where's the front? Where's the rest of you?
Where am I at?
I'm looking for my little triangle. That's how I know. I can't find it.
It's there. I
It's
know
there.
it
It's
is.
here. It's here. It was facing the front the whole time. Good gracious. This is the Autumn League pullover by 2 of Wands. I am knitting this out of Rowan Felted Tweed. And this is the deepest of deep stash. I've had this yarn since 2006. It was originally, a lot of it was knit into a twisted yoke cardigan. I don't know if you guys remember that. And I got most of that knit. Actually, it's that particular pattern is a bottom-up cardigan. So I had knit both sleeves and then knit the body all the way up to the sleeves. Or up to like the joining of the sleeves.
Oh
or
my
I put it all
gosh.
together in the round. So I'd made it pretty far and then didn't finish it, so it was a really old whip. So when I was going through all of the projects in January, that went to the frog pond. But I loved the yarn, and so I wanted to knit something out of it. I couldn't finish that sweater. For one, I would have had to have bought the pattern again because I lost the pattern. Because this was back in my paper days.
Well, yeah.
And then
And that would have predated Ravelry.
it did. It predated Ravelry. And then beyond that, it was the sweater that I was knitting when I was like 18 years old. So it wouldn't have fit either.
Right?
And I'm pretty sure I was lying to myself then as well. Because especially as a new knitter, I was really bad about knitting things for the size I wanted to be and not the size I was. So all for the good. It was frogged and repurposed. And so now it's going to be an Autumn League pullover, which is a top down in the round. I'm still, it's raglan style. You start with the body, you go back and you pick up the neck, which I actually like because collars tend to be a problem for me. So it guarantees that I'll get the neckline fit that I want.
My vanilla sweater that I showed, I did the same thing with it.
That's awesome.
You knit, you split for the sleeves, and you go back and pick
And you
up the
pick
neck.
collar.
Yep,
You do that on the, didn't we do that on the Love Note?
I think so because you had the lace.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Tin Can Knits does it a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
And then the hole, the Look at My Holes does it as well.
Yep.
we'll do that
So
on that too.
I have been seeing that a lot in my knitting, and I really, really like
I do
it.
too.
So I am I've got a little more increasing to go, and then I'll be splitting for the sleeves on that, and I'm excited about this. I've been wanting to knit just a plain, selfish vanilla sweater for a long time, and the other day Lindsay was like, just do it already. So
And
I
it's
did.
gonna be like sweatshirty, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's gonna be like a loose
Very
fitting.
sweatshirt.
which
Like,
is
if you want to do it.
perfect.
So
Do
it'll, and because it's felted tweed, I feel like that is a yarn that goes.
Nobody's the boss of you.
Nobody's my boss. But I feel like it'll go well with jeans, go well with leggings, go well with slacks.
Oh, yeah.
It can do no wrong. So that is a whip. I have been knitting on that a lot because the Look at My Holes I can't knit on if anything else is going on in the room. So I've been knitting more on the Autumn Links. It's vanilla. Then I have a pair of socks that I am knitting for Chris out of Ball Yarns, Brenda and Heather Yarns. We're not sponsored, but we love them.
They're also super sweet. They were up at the wool gathering up in Ohio.
Yep.
They're they're usually up there, aren't they? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This
I was hoping they would
one-
be in Kentucky, but I didn't see them on the list.
I don't think I have a tag for
haven't
this
looked at the
one.
list yet.
This was the Boba Fett
The Bounty
colorway.
Hunter or
The
something
Bounty
like that.
Hunter. Yeah, they have
They don't call it what it is
right.
typically. I think I have the Han Solo colorway. It's called "Don't Tell Me the Odds," I believe.
I
have
like that
the Star
too.
Trek one, and
Yeah.
yes.
So this is being knit as a, what did I do? What have I done?
I don't know.
Okay, yep. These are Chris's socks. So Chris likes a 2x2 cuff. I do a 72 stitch sock for him. And then the sock is a 3x1 rib, which gives the right amount of stretch. The 2x2s are uncomfortably tight for him if I do the whole foot that way. Then I did a fish lips kiss heel. And y'all,
Oh, look how
at
perfect that is.
It hit it just right.
That is
I love
awesome.
So
That's a rare thing.
right.
You're like,
I was like, yes. It was perfect. Like right when I closed that last twin stitch. I was like, yes.
Total rare.
got one.
So that's Ball Yarns, and they are softer than soft. Like it feels softer than merino. So that is a whip.
Is that your pickup line sock?
This is my
Is
yes.
Yeah, that
Chris's sock is what I've been knitting in Car Rider pickup. This is and the bag. Wait, we're
cute.
really bad about that. This is a bird legs bag, and I got it from the Simply Sock Yarn Company.
Oh, cute.
It is cute. I don't
Cute.
I don't have a lot of zipper bags. They make me nervous because
You know,
I'm just a clumsy person by nature, and I catch my yarn in zippers a lot.
And I think they're my favorite.
I like a zipper bag.
I like that they hold everything inside it. I like what they can do. It's just that more than once I've caught my yarn in my zipper.
Oh, I've done that too.
So
And you're like, no.
yeah, they do frustrate me. So this is not a zipper bag. This is
That's
a
cute.
Mountain State Stitches bag that I got in her last update. I really loved that
The
fabric.
colors are pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And the inside, ka-chow!
Oh wow, that's so
I
different.
love that.
The inside is bright green. So I really loved that and was lucky enough to score that. Her updates, it's the
Go
quick and
fast.
the dead. You got to be ready. So what's inside here is a pair of 2 at a time socks that I am knitting from the toe up in a ribbed pattern. So they're vanilla on the bottom and then ribbed on top. 64 stitches. This is Felici in Night Market.
Those are cute.
Yeah. I don't even know why I have them going. I just, one day I felt like doing 2 at a times, and so
Toe up.
toe up, and so that's what
Got
I
a
did.
wild
I
hair.
must have needed quite a bit of knitting for something when I cast them on, because that's the only thing that would make me do 2 at a time is kneading a long time before I hit the heel. Anyway, love the bag, love the yarn. Kind of sad about the whole new Felicini thing, where they've gotten rid of Felici. That had to be one of their better sellers.
You would think.
Well, okay, I know nothing about this.
Okay, so Knit Picks carries the Felici line, which has
Yep.
always been 50 gram
Right.
self-striping skeins. Well, they've discontinued that. Felici is no more. Now it's Felicini, and they're 100 gram skeins, and I think they're maybe $16.99 for a skein. I'll have to look that up.
So
Still
do you
not
think
bad.
they did it because of 50 gram skein? I mean, it's harder because you're breaking them up, right? But I mean, I don't know
That's
why they would do it. I mean, so
commercial.
many people love those 50 gram skeins of yarn
Yeah,
because your socks are identical.
yeah.
which
Yeah,
never
and-
bothered me one way or
And
the
you
other.
can
but-
also, a lot of people can get away with using just one 50-gram skein.
right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is because the overhead involved with it being two 50-gram skeins, because that's double the labeling, double the posting, so on and so forth. Or, you know, the cynic in me would say that they did that because now you have to buy 100 grams. You cannot buy
Right,
50 grams.
right.
And I don't know which one is true. Either way,
Is
They
it the same
have-
base?
I'm not sure because I have not bought it. Now, I'm not one of those people that's like so outraged on principle that I'm never going to buy it again. I just have plenty of the 50-gram Felici, so I
Me
have
too.
not.
I have quite a bit in stash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't bought the
using
new one.
Finger Smiths, but
Right. So can't speak to that. If any of y'all have, if you've used the Felicini, tell me if I'm
Let us know.
saying it right, and tell me what you think
it's
of
that-
it. What you
it's
think
what
of the
it looks like.
change?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know.
based on what?
Let
I
us
saw.
know.
I mean, it was funny. I got a Knit Picks catalog the other day in the mail, but I didn't even look at it because I need no yarn.
I always
So-
look.
I just went ahead,
Some
ripped
days
off
I
the
get-
address label and tossed it in the recycle bin.
Some days I get wild
Wow.
hairs and just buy
Always
yarn
look.
like crazy.
I always look. I like the color pages. Well, they don't have them as much anymore, but they used to have like that whole like full color centerfold of palette,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and that is a centerfold.
And you're just like,
Yeah. Oh, but you don't see that as much anymore.
what are the whips you got?
I think I brought the idiot shawl, so I will show that to you because it ties into a story about the other thing we did while we were away.
Oh.
So this is the idiot shawl. If you've watched before, this is a shawl that I made up on my own. Or I didn't make it up. Everybody in the world's knit this shawl. It's just a garter shawl, and I increase on both ends every other row.
She's just winging it.
And that's it. And I'm just winging it. Like a couple of times I've played with different yarn overs. This is Hack Yarn Co. None of them have names because they were yarn that I dyed up when I was first figuring out how to dye. But it is, you gotta love a garter shawl. It's so squishy.
Oh,
It's pretty. The one's kind of tweety.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little
Oh, I
fluffies.
like that. Yep.
Very cute, very cute.
You gotta love a garter shawl. So
Yes.
I knit on this, and I wish I would have put a progress keeper in, but when I picked this up, I was in the middle of this green section, and then I took this with us. We went to Virginia and
Fancy Gap, Virginia.
Fancy
Gap, Virginia, and we stayed in the cutest house with Becky.
Mm-hmm.
And just had a little girls' weekend for 3 days. It was amazing.
We didn't leave.
No,
We never
so-
left the building.
Yep. So
We sat there and knit.
Yep. Once we drove in, like we went in with all the food we were going to need. We
Yep.
had no intentions of leaving, and we didn't. Which is
Becky is wrapped in wool
On
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was a blast and just what we needed.
Oh, yeah, it was fabulous.
Nothing but knitting and
Chatting.
and there were naps.
Naps.
Oh, yes.
And there was wine, and there were face masks, and there was soup, and I need to get that recipe from you. And there was
Super easy.
Deer, some live deer came up.
They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
It was cold as the
Oh
dickens.
my goodness! Yeah, when you went outside, the wind was blowing every kind of way. It was like real feel
We were
negative
like on the
100.
edge side of a mountain.
Yeah,
you
we
could
were.
see.
And
Yes,
we
it's
each had our
beautiful.
own bedroom, which was
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm.
And I mean, it was just lovely
Yeah,
to be
it
able
was.
to just do nothing if you didn't want to, or take your nap, or knit,
You're
or
like, oh, it's about nap time.
we talked about books for like
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours.
Oh,
we
yeah.
all read. We just
We introduced Becky to flannel and pod.
Yeah.
yes. Y'all introduced me to smutty hockey books.
Oh yeah.
Those are fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Haha. Yeah.
If I ever die, delete my Kindle library.
Oh, I don't care. Read
Read them, she said.
Read them.
I'll put a couple
Make your life
suggestions
better.
from you in the paperwork we hand out.
There you go. Perfect.
Think of Lindsay when you read Puckin' Around.
I haven't read that one yet. I bought it
It's a good
though. I bought it.
It's a
Because
good
I've
one.
been on the wait list on Libby to get the audiobook for forever. And I'm like, well, this is just taking too long.
Okay, so
book is
Because
huge.
everybody and their brother loves that book.
Apparently.
I don't know about y'all, but first of all, if you read the smuts, leave your recs below.
Please.
And include a chili pepper rating if you don't care. Because one of us doesn't like things nuclear hot, and two of us...
Bring it.
Although I will admit, the last book of
bringing our own.
Akatar
I told you it was good.
rockingly smutty.
I
Now,
told
I
you.
am not the one who likes a lot of smut, but I could not quit listening to that book.
Well, and also, by the time you're there, you've already fully committed to the series. Like,
Absolutely.
Who
A
backs
last
out?
book in
I
the series.
restarted it today.
Who backs out? If you've
Because that was
not...
a totally terrible book and I just had to get rid
The
of
funny
that.
thing is, my
The
my
palate
son
cleanser.
has read it, or he hasn't read the whole series yet. I think he's on book 2 because my daughter-in-law told him he had to read it.
Oh my.
So I'm like, well, you probably won't like the 4th book.
What do you think they'll name the 5th baby?
There better not be a 5th baby.
Feyre?
No, but his favorite character is my favorite character. So
Who's your favorite?
messed
character?
up. Oh, I just love her.
You're not there yet. Don't make that face
Don't
yet.
make faces until you get to
Cassian's
the end.
my favorite in general. Like, love him.
Oh, he's
He's
like
my favorite.
Caspian.
Cassian?
Oh yeah. Who's the one that's so crappy? Who turns into the wolf?
We're not talking about that right now.
What's his name? Okay. I can't remember his
Anyway. Moving on.
Yeah.
Smut Rex Below is where we're going. What I
Yeah.
was going to say, you were talking about listening to him on audiobook. Now, that is the one thing.
The graphic audio.
Graphic audio. It
Yeah.
was amazing.
You got to go graphic audio. If you have not
Hoopla.
listened to the book series A Court of Thorns and Roses, or if you just want to listen to it again, they have a graphic audio full cast. Libby has it.
I found ours on Hoopla.
Hoopla.
Hoopla has
Mhm,
it.
Yeah.
If you tried to read A Court of Thorn and Roses and could not get through it,
Yeah.
try the graphic audio
Mm-hmm.
and do it. Like,
I don't think I would have read it. I
Like,
think I
listen
would have
to the first little
stopped.
bit.
Would have lost steam.
Yeah,
from
I
it.
would
Yeah.
have just lost it. I mean, I love to read a good book, but I don't think I would have. Well, I
It's
did
not your
choose not
preferred-
to read it because it's not my preferred genre. My daughter-in-law offered me the books, and I told her no. I didn't want to read it.
Mhm.
So, but then Lindsay says you could try the
graphic audio.
The
is
graphic
where it's at.
audio. And I mean, I zoomed through those books.
Oh, yeah.
It is extremely enjoyable in that format. It is probably one of... I struggle listening to... That's where I was going with that. I struggle
sorry.
listening to audiobook smut. And like the graphic audio is kind of, so far, has been the exception to that. Like, but I still I'm like blushing in the car. I don't know why.
I was sitting and knitting one night and I was in the living room, and my husband was in our kids' playroom watching something on TV, and all of a sudden I thought, this is kind of loud, and I'm like turning down this.
No.
I mean, granted, he's deaf, so he wouldn't have probably heard it anyway, but it was like,
Let's not give him any bad ideas.
I just leave them on. If you come in,
Just turns it up.
unless it's Eliza, I'll push pause. But if it's Jason, I'm like, I don't care what they're doing on
You're
there.
on my
He's
time.
like, oh,
That's so
what's
funny.
going on in your book? I'm like, you know what's going on in my book. What?
I was listening to it was the first spicy audiobook that I was trying to listen to, and because I spend a lot of time in the car shuttling my kids back and forth.
Yeah,
That's my season of life. So I was listening to Katie Roberts'
Oh.
Neon Gods.
Oh my!
Oh, friends, that is a 5 chili pepper book out of 5. So I was listening to it on audiobook, and by the way, the man who narrates just has the most delightful reading voice.
He does.
But that's She Be Spicy, and I was literally like not with my children in the car, but just when I'm driving, like before I get them. But
you're like, can anybody hear this
yes,
outside the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Somebody pulled up next to me and I could hear their music, and I realized that they could probably hear the throbbing of his you-know-what, so I reached over and turned the volume down.
I only worry about it like when I'm in the line at Starbucks. Then I turn it down.
Like, how loud are my AirPods right now?
Yeah. Can anybody hear this? I have
Anyway.
big noise canceling headphones, and if I'm going to sit and listen to my audiobook at home, like if Jason's watching something on TV, I'll put those headphones on so nothing gets out of them. I
Right.
can listen to it as loud as I want.
No, that only applies to audiobooks. I'm a brazen hussy about reading the smut. Like, I'll sit at the breakfast table with everybody and just read away. But, yeah, so.
Oh, speaking of, so we were at Half Price Books the other day, and I was looking at like the bestseller, like the new books out, and Eliza was putzing around with me, and the people who were working over there, they were sorting through some books, and I pulled out this book by, I can't remember her first name, but last name St. Clair, and it's a book called like
Scarlet St. Clair.
Yes, Touch of Darkness. And she says, where should I put this book?
In my hand.
And I've already read it. So I listened to the audiobook actually. I think on Spotify. But she said, where should I put this? And the guy's like, oh, that can go in the sci-fi section because it's based on mythology. So he tells her to put it in the sci-fi section. I was like, and so I was very clear, and I was like, I don't mean to butt in or anything, but that probably shouldn't go in the sci-fi section. It's pretty spicy. And the gal was like, well, I thought should go into romance. And, then they started talking about paranormal romance versus romance and how they might have to change it. And then another guy jumped in and was talking about how, are we going to make a new romantasy section? And I was like, I don't really see why. Romantasy is just a renaming of the paranormal romances that have been around for forever. Like,
right.
And the funny part is I've read paranormal romances for years, like long time, but now it's real popular. And all the people who are like, what are you reading? Are now like, I'm like, I told you. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's great. Here's some other ones. They're a little bit older, but if you want spice.
The OGs.
The OGs. Oh, God. There were some that I was like, woo. I had to stop some series. Partly because I forgot that they were still there, and I was just like, and then I went to the store, and I'm like, damn, there's more of them.
That can happen. Sometimes
it's just brain candy. Like
sometimes, or if the series hops along from like character to character, and so it's not following the same people all the way along, I don't necessarily feel as obligated to finish.
No, especially when you can figure out the formula.
Yes.
You're like, okay, so this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this sort of conflict is going to happen, and this is how they're going to fix it. I think that's what happened in one of the series, and I was just like, okay,
it's like a Nora Roberts trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes. When there are three sisters.
Yes.
And they meet these three men, and the first book is mostly about one, and then you
Second
know
book's
that
the
the
other
next two
sister.
books
Yes.
going to wrap up the same way.
The
like,
the
yeah, I
hockey
got it.
series I read was a lot like that. Like, it was about this person and how they met this person, and then
Yeah.
they were brain candy. I'm not going to say I didn't love them because they were great.
I enjoy them. I'm just saying, like, when they're that kind of series, I don't necessarily feel obligated.
No,
to
you can
finish.
move on
feel as
if you want
bad.
to.
You're like,
Yeah.
And bounce around.
Yeah.
I can see other people.
I listen. Why choose?
I am more of a...
I choose indeed.
I do like my historical books. I do love a good historical book.
Yeah.
And I love a good British mystery. I don't like mysteries set in the U.S. Never have.
Yeah.
When I'm set over in Scotland or Ireland.
Seems like the UK's crimes are all quirky and cute, even when it's murder, and the American crimes are just like vulgar.
Even like television. I
Yes.
can watch a U.S. TV show, and within the first 2 or 3 minutes, I know who did it and why.
Yeah.
And I
always.
watch a British show, And I don't know till the end. I think they're not written for people to just sit and stare at the TV. I mean, the same way with the books. They're not written for you to like zip through them like within an hour. Yeah. And I think that I just prefer that.
Yeah.
I pretty much will read anything given enough. Like, I'll be like, oh, that looks good. Especially if I don't have anything that I'm like...
Right. Currently engaged.
But this year, I tried to like really focus on getting back into reading and taking time to read because I really enjoy it. And so, you know, I don't have as many whips or I don't have as many FOs, but that's fine. I've been enjoying reading. I got my Kindle back out. I started downloading things to my Kindle again. And
yeah, a well-rounded life is a good thing.
Yeah.
I take about an hour at the end of each night and I put a recliner back in my bedroom and got it all set up in this little reading nook. And I just go and relax, usually with my little eye masks on. Nobody's back there to bother me. It's quiet. Not that they bother me, but nobody asks me questions while I'm reading.
I hear that.
Yeah. Hey, what about this? I don't know. I'm reading. Oh, Artistic Yarns by Abby is back.
Oh, yeah.
Because she had taken some time off after her husband passed, and I got my box. It's really, well, I got acquisitions, so let's be honest, I bought lots of random things while we've been away. So this is the Cottage Stripe. Oh, and it is so cute. And there's a little...
Those colors are gorgeous.
I'm really excited about it. And it's got a cute little cottage progress keeper. Yeah, that's so cute. Little mushrooms on it and everything. And she made little brooms to hang in your house. So cute. And there's a packet of lavender seeds in here.
Oh, perfect time to plant those.
I know. So... that's really all I had to share.
Okay.
And we got off a tangent on books, and we need to get off that tangent before we stay on it forever.
Yep, our bad.
Sorry.
I haven't really had a lot of acquisitions. I've been doing good on the, I haven't bought any yarn. I've been doing really good on the no-buy of yarn. But I did buy a spinning wheel. Succumbed to that. I've been wanting to spin for a while, ever since our very first Kentucky Sheep and Fiber that we went to. They had fiber there, so I'd been wanting to take the plunge, and was just watching Facebook Marketplace, and finally, like, the right deal at the right time came along. So I got a Louette Victoria, which is a folding wheel, generally meant for traveling, but it's my main and only wheel. And for right now, for the season of life I'm in, with the way that my kids are, definitely the right wheel for me right now. I could totally see getting like another wheel down the line that was not a foldable, but it's really great. I like it. One of the best things about it is it's very low maintenance. Like, I never have to oil it or worry about any of those things because it's all self-contained. So I've been doing that, playing with that. And I did buy some wool from Hello Yarn that has not showed up yet. But that was really cool because Hello Yarn was one of the first like yarn dyers and knitters that I was aware of. She had these mitts that were very popular on Knitty and so forth, or in the knitting community rather. They weren't on Knitty. But anyway, so I've been aware of Hello Yarn for like 20 years now, it feels like. So really cool to actually be able to make a purchase from there. That's pretty much it.
Learning new skills.
You made me get my wheel back out.
Yeah.
My wheel's over there. I'm not there yet.
Teaching myself was kind of not necessarily the best way to go about it. I think learning in person probably would have saved me a lot of brain cells and heartache, but it has been really fun, and it is absolutely possible to teach yourself. Netta had the great idea to go on to Craftsy, which I did. And so I took the drafting from woolen to worsted and the Jillian Marino leads the class. It's spin the yarn. Is it spin the yarn you want? Or maybe that's the tagline. Anyway, those were the two spinning classes that I took, and they made a huge difference in my spinning. But I am still hoping to kind of drag the wheel out and do some in-person classes and learn more. But I'm real sure that I'm gonna spend a lot of money the next time we go to a fiber festival.
Speaking of,
Which is coming up because
Kentucky
Fiber
Sheep and
Festival
Wool
season is upon us.
is May 18th and 19th, I believe. It's the weekend after Mother's Day.
Yep, and they just dropped the vendor list.
Yes.
I'll have to
Fiber
go
Sheet's
look at
going to be
that.
there.
Good. I already know what I'm spending my money on.
Hey, there you go. So Oink Pick Knits is going to be back too. I saw Yarnbird's truck will be there,
Oh,
which
good.
I'll have to go drop money in there.
Yep.
But anyway, a
This
lot of
might
the
be
people that we like.
This might be the year I finish the LBA.
Oh, yay!
Buy the
Lola
last
Dinner will be
yarn.
there.
I wonder if Fox Hill,
Red Hill?
Red Hill.
I
I wonder if Red Hill Fiber will be
I
there.
wish they were.
I don't know.
But if they're not,
don't
then
know
we'll
that I
catch
saw
them
them.
in September at.
Well, they're just over in Indiana,
Wool
aren't they?
Gathering.
Red
Yeah.
Hill is going to be at the one in Indiana. The one.
The Greencastle?
Hoosier Hills.
Hoosier
Hills.
Hills. I think they're going to be there.
Yep. There's a Hoosier Hills Festival.
don't remember when that
April
is.
29th is what's coming to
Oh, so the
mind.
Well,
And then Pleasureville's coming up. The one we saw in
Yeah.
Pleasureville, which is like less than an hour from us.
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, it's just up in Shelby County. Shelby
Yeah.
Henry line.
Yeah. So.
And then LIS Day is the 27th.
Yep.
uh-huh.
So I'm sure we will have adventures again.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll probably be the end of my no buy.
Oh, totes.
I
Because
have
we
bought.
could figure it out. If we wanted to, we could always. I mean, I would like to go back to Stitch, but if Red Hill's doing anything, we could drive over to Indiana, hit the Louisville one on the way back.
The Louisville Fiber Supply.
Mhm.
Yep. And then June 1st, there's going to be
Well,
a
then at
yarn
that
shop
point you go over
opening
to-
in Shelbyville.
Yeah.
Oh, and Over the Next Row has moved
Has
into
moved.
their new building.
Yes.
Still
it's
in
their-
Norton Commons, but I think.
It's in a building,
But it's
though.
in a building, yeah. So
Not
that's.
in the little
Beach
I'm
hut.
so excited
beach
for
hut,
her. So.
She does post. She posts quite a bit, so we haven't been out there in a while.
No, and I want to
'Cause
see
we
her
could
in the
always
building.
do that.
Because.
Go out that direction.
Yeah.
And hit those places, and then we could even go by Friends and Fiber on the way back through.
And
Like-
get some delicious lunch while we're out there.
Yeah.
She did, Over the Next Row did such a great job in the really small footprint that she had before. We spoke about that when we went and shopped there a couple of times. So I am very interested to see what she's done with more space.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
It's
it's
gotta be
going to be
fabulous.
amazing. So need to get
Such
over there.
good yarn.
Yeah, need to get over there and check that
You
out
just
and
want more
support
knitting
her.
for Olive.
And I could use another sweater in knitting for Olive.
I haven't used mine yet.
Well, I'm excited for you for when it comes up in the queue because you're gonna love it. I'm
Be
excited for you.
fabulous. Fabulous.
I
There's-
did
you got a
buy a sweater quantity of yarn from Onling to do the Marku Polo
Yes.
shirt, which is just like a polo. That's what it looks like. So
Like
That'll
with
be
the
cute.
little collar.
Uh-huh.
That'll be cute.
yeah,
So is that going to be your next cast on after your?
I'm probably gonna do holes next.
Okay, good.
It's
And
fun.
Ooh.
That because that yarn is older than the yarn from Onling. So
What are you gonna do now that you've just about finished a whole sweater?
Actually, I brought it down here. So I randomly was on Ravelry the other day, and I found these little slippers.
Ah.
They're called Tinkerbell slippers. Okay, I don't think I'm letting any secret sauce out. I mean, it's a free pattern, but I'm not giving away the
But go do the download. Do the right thing.
It's literally one page.
Those are cute.
And I was like, those are so cute. And it looks like they fit a whole bunch of sizes. They look really weird. And then you put them on your feet and they look super cute. And I was like, I think I need to knit those.
So, you mean like those interesting looking socks that knitted?
Oh no, these are squares. They look like little squares.
What are the ones that Megan Williams created the one time and you knit them?
I don't know.
Back when we would go up to the brewery to knit, you were knitting on them.
I knit some muck looks one time, but that was a knit pattern.
It was a Megan Williams pattern because I tried to knit it and mine were always so tight that I could not get them on my feet when I tried to do them. But you remember them? Because they kind of were like that square
like
shape.
Like a Tunisian sock or something, or...
I don't remember. I just remember they were a weird shape too. I just remember that.
They don't look like bananas, though.
No.
We're going to call it a banana.
Bananas.
The bananas actually fit the girls really, really well.
Actually, they're more like eggplants.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. On that note, if you see us, because we probably won't have another one out before LYS Day, so maybe we'll try to post some on either my Instagram or Tasha's, probably on our personal Instagram. We might try to put it on the podcast one.
I'll put it on the podcast one too,
but
we'll put it on our own.
We'll see what we got going on and do some posting. And
so if you're semi-local and you think you might be in Cincinnati or Lexington or Louisville, you may catch us out there. And then of course at all the wool festivals. So we'd love to hear from you in person, and we like hearing from you online too. So drop a comment below, let us know what you're working on.
Book recs.
And
if you're new to the reading genre of the fabulous romantasy, welcome. It's fabulous. I'm glad you're here. Enjoy.
All right, and I think that's all we've got.
Bye.
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 I know, I kept twisting my yarn the wrong direction.
You know how old this felted tweed is? It was $9.25 when I bought it.
And now it's like 16, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Blast from the past.